Good morning, my dear students. In our last class, we started the chapter water. In our last class, we discussed about the occurrence of water. Water is present in our atmosphere, water is present in the earth crust, and water is present in our living organisms. After that, we discussed the sources of water. We can classify the sources of water as surface water, underground water and above surface water. And again we classify rainwater, river and lake water, spring and well water and ocean and sea water. These are the main occurrence of water. Then the three states of water. Interconversion of states of water. We discussed the three states of water. In the solid state, water exists in the form of ice. In the liquid state, water, and in the gaseous state, water, vapor. Then we discuss one term, interconversion of states of water. What is the meaning of interconversion of states of water? Water changes from one state to another state and return back to original state. That process is known as interconversion of states of water. Then water cycle. Water cycle is a natural process. And we discuss the importance of water cycle. Water cycle controls the climatic conditions, restoring the water from the earth's surface. These are the main topics we discussed in our last class. And today we are discussing the importance of water. We cannot imagine life without water. Water is the most abundant substance for all living organisms. We use water for different purposes. That's why water is very important in our life. Now we can discuss the importance of water. We drink water to fulfill our biological needs. That is the first importance of water. And we know that many plants and animals are present in water. They use nutrients and oxygen from this water. And water is used for the transport of humans and goods. For the germination of seeds, we need water. And water is needed for nuclear power plants for generating electricity. And in car radiators also we will use water. It balances the temperature. Water in the radiator in the car keeping its engine cool. Then plants need water to prepare food. So the main importance of water. We know water is needed for prepare food for plants. And water is known as universal solvent. It is needed for the germination of seeds. Water is essential for agriculture. And water is used in thermal, electrical and nuclear power plants to generate electricity. The next one, many plants and animals are present in water. They use oxygen and nutrients from this water. In our previous chapter, we discussed water cycle. So this water cycle controls earth climate. And water is used for transportation. Water provides a medium for recreational sports like swimming. These are the main importance of water. Let us see one video related to the importance of water.
Water is very important for our life. It not only quenches our thirst, but it also plays a major role in our daily activities, like cooking, bathing, cleaning, washing and many more. Water makes us to feel cool in hot climate. Water is very useful to farmers for agriculture. Even animals and birds require water to live. Many aquatic animals have water as their home. Plants require water to prepare their food through photosynthesis. So, water is important to each living things on this earth.
Natural water is best for human consumption as well as plants and animals. But it is not available in the pure form in abundance. So it is very important to purify water. That means it is necessary to separate the germs or to separate the unwanted substance and killing germs from water. So the water fit for drinking purpose, that is known as potable water. It is a new word for you, potable water. Potable water. Potable water means water suitable for drinking purpose. That water is known as potable water. The potable water should be colorless and it should be odorless and it should be tasteless and it should be free from harmful bacteria and germs. The potable water should be free from unwanted substance. These are the main characteristics of potable water. This is before we discuss what is the meaning of potable water. What is the meaning of potable water? Water fit for drinking purpose or water suitable for drinking purpose, that is known as potable water. Water fit for drinking purpose. This potable water should be colorless and odorless and tasteless, and it should be transparent, and it should be free from microorganisms and germs, and it should be free from harmful substances. These are the main properties of potable water or the main characteristics of potable water. Let us see the characteristics of potable water. Water fit for drinking purpose is called potable water. The drinking water should have some characteristics. Let us discuss the characteristics of potable water. The first one, it should be colorless and odorless. Second one, it should be transparent. It should be free from harmful microorganisms or germs which cause infections and diseases. It should be free from suspended impurities and other harmful substances. It should contain some minerals and salts necessary for our body and some dissolved gases to add taste. These are the main characteristics of potable water. Water obtained from any sources looks like clear, but it is not pure. It may contain harmful bacteria like germs. So, these microorganisms cause waterborne diseases. Cholera, typhoid, diarrhea are the examples for waterborne diseases. Waterborne diseases. Water obtained from any sources which looks like clear is not always potable. It may contain certain germs which are very small organisms. These germs cause diseases like cholera, typhoid, jaundice, etc. These are called waterborne diseases. Next we are discussing one word, sterilization. We know what is the meaning of waterborne diseases. Process of removal of germs from water, that is known as sterilization. Three different ways we can sterilize water. Now first one, we are familiar with that word, boiling. The germs, they can't survive at high temperature. So when we boil water, the germs will die. So the first important method for sterilization, that is boiling. Then the second method, exposure to air and sunlight. Then ozone present in the air and sunlight, it causes the killing of germs present in water. So the second important method of sterilization, that is exposure to sunlight and air. Then the third one, chemical treatment. We know we will use bleaching powder. It is a source of chlorine. When we add bleaching powder to water, it will kill the germs. So the third one, chemical treatment. These are the three important methods of sterilization. What is the meaning of sterilization? The process of killing germs from water, that is known as sterilization. That process is known as sterilization. Three ways we can sterilize water. First one by boiling. Second one by exposure to sunlight and air. The third one by chemical treatment. These are the three important methods of sterilization of water. Cities and towns, the main source of water is rivers and lakes. We know the rivers and lakes contain many harmful bacteria and impurities. So it is necessary to remove the impurities from river water before supplying into cities and towns. So before supplying it for drinking purpose, it is necessary to purify that water. Now let us discuss what is the main purification method in cities and towns. The purification of water. The purification of water in cities involves these main operations. The first step, loading and sedimentation. These two words we already studied. In the first step, the water is collected in a big tanks. So after some times, the big particles or the suspended particles settle down at the bottom of this liquid. So that process is known as sedimentation. The solid particles settle down at the bottom of the liquid. That is known as sedimentation. It is the first step. So after sedimentation, we can see the solid particles at the bottom of the liquid. That solid particles are known as sediment. Then after the sedimentation process, we know small particles will be there in this water. This is like dust particles. So these particles, they can't settle down very easily. At that time, we will add one chemical. What is the name of that chemical? We already discussed that one in the chapter separation of mixtures. Which chemical we will use for loading purpose? Alum, potash, alum. We will use potash, alum. So when the potash alum added to the water, it will combine with the particles and form clusters. So the first step is loading and sedimentation. When after the loading and sedimentation process, it still contains small particles. That small particles we can separate by the process of filtration. After loading purpose, the clear water is passes through the filter. The filter like sand and gravel. Then again we will get the clear water. Now it looks like clear, but it still contains germs. After filtration process, the air under pressure blown into this filtered water. It will help to kill the germs. Ozonization and chlorination also the same method we will use to kill germs. We can use the chlorine tablet like bleaching powders and all to kill germs. And ozonization, with the help of ozone, we can kill the germs. So after these processes, we will get the clear water. This clear water we can store in a storage. So the first step, loading and sedimentation. After that, filtration, then aeration, chlorination and ozonization. We know that after filtration process, it contains only germs. So by these processes, we can remove the germs and we will get the purified water. That purified water we can store in a storage tank. Then we can supply the clear water or purified water in cities. For drinking purpose, we can use. The purification of water in cities involves the following operations: loading and sedimentation, filtration, aeration, chlorination, ozonization, and the last one, storage. First we can discuss loading and sedimentation. Running water is permitted to flow into tanks. Most of the suspended matter settle to the bottom. They are are made to settle down more quickly by loading the addition of a chemical known as potash alum. The settling of suspended solid matter at the bottom of the liquid is known as sedimentation. Then the process of adding chemical to an impure liquid in order to increase the speed of sedimentation of a suspended particles is known as loading. After loading and sedimentation, we will do the operation filtration method. The water after sedimentation still contains some lighter suspended impurities. That particles we can remove by the process of filtration. When this water passes through the filter, it will remove the lighter suspended impurities. This leaves a perfectly clear water, but it still contains germs. By the process of aeration, we can remove the harmful microorganisms present in the filtered water. Air under pressure is then blown into the filtered water. This process is called aeration. Water is then passed into chlorination tank when it is treated with chlorine to kill all the germs present in it. Water is now potable or safe for drinking. At last, the potable water is stored in a storage tank from where it is supplied to homes through pipes.
Earth is a watery planet, yet water is a precious commodity. Can you guess why? This is because just 3% of all the water available on Earth is fresh water. The rest, 97%, is saline water of the oceans. Out of this 3%, the surface water of rivers, lakes, or springs forms an even smaller percentage. Fresh water from various sources may contain disease-causing germs and impurities. Large-scale water purification is done before it reaches our homes. So, let's see the journey of water before it reaches our home. Here is a simplified diagram of a water treatment plant. Fresh water from the rivers and lakes are taken through pipes to large water treatment plants for purification. In the first stage of purification, water is pumped and stored in large sedimentation tanks. Alum is commonly used as a coagulant which forces tiny particles of dirt to stick together and settle down. In the second stage, water is carried from sedimentation tanks to the filtration tanks. Here, water is passed through the beds of charcoal, sand, and gravel. This process removes the remaining suspended impurities. The third stage of purification process is aeration. Air is passed through the filtered water in the reservoir by a pump with air diffusers. The circulation of air reduces the concentration of taste and odor-causing substances. This process is known as aeration. Disinfecting is the first stage of the purification process. In this stage, water is carried from the aeration tank to the disinfectant tank. Adding disinfectants such as chlorine destroys disease-causing organisms in water. Ultraviolet radiation and oxidative chemicals such as potassium permanganate and ozone are also used for disinfecting water. What's next? Yes, now the water is purified and ready to drink. This water is stored in the storage tanks and supplied in towns through underground pipes. Thus, water undergoes several processes before it reaches our taps as potable water.
This is the main purification method in cities. Then we know that in our house also we will use different purification methods. What are the different purification methods we will use in our house? First method, yes, boiling. Different methods are used for the purification of water in homes. They are boiling. First simple method is boiling. The germs can't survive at high temperature. So it is the easiest method of purifying water. So the method is boiling. Then the second one, we will use the purifiers, water purifiers we will use. Then by the process of chlorination, we will use the chlorine tablets or bleaching powder we will use to kill germs. These are the three important household methods to purify water. First one, boiling. Second one, water purifiers, and the third one by the process of chlorination. Then we know one word, distillation. By the process of distillation also one method used to purify water. By the process of distillation we can separate the dissolved water from a solution, dissolved liquid from a solution. We know the distillation means the continuous evaporation and condensation takes place. After distillation we will get distilled water, but this distilled water is not suitable for drinking purpose because it does not contain any minerals. Then the distilled water is not used for drinking purpose because it is tasteless and it does not contain any minerals. Normally it is used in the laboratory purpose for preparing solutions. Now let us watch the distillation process.
Topic: Distillation. Is distilled water safe to drink?
Huh? How would I know? Am I a detective?
All right, I'll answer it. Distilled water is obtained from distillation. In distillation, the impure water is first heated, thus converting water to vapor. Then this vapor is condensed by cooling, hence converting vapor back to liquid water. By this process, the impurities remain behind, giving us pure distilled water. Now, even though distilled water is pure, some doctors say that we should not drink it for a prolonged period of time.
So can I take a bath with it? I haven't bathed since last Sunday.
Oh, gross. You are just impossible. It is generally recommended to avoid drinking distilled water for a long period because along with the impurities, the minerals required for the proper growth of our body are left behind during distillation.
So in this class we discuss about the importance of water. First we discuss the importance of water. After that we discuss one word, potable water. What is the meaning of potable water? Water is fit for drinking purpose, that is known as potable water. After that we discuss the characteristics of potable water. It should be colorless, odorless, it should be transparent, and the potable water should be free from harmful germs and it should be free from other harmful substances or dissolved and suspended substances. Then we discuss one word, sterilization. What is the meaning of sterilization? The process of removing germs from water, that is known as sterilization. Three ways are there for sterilization. First one, boiling. Second one, exposure to sunlight or air. Then the third one, chemical treatment. And at last we discuss the purification of water. For cities and towns, we will use the purification method. That purification method involves different operations. First one, loading and sedimentation. We discuss the meaning of loading and sedimentation here. Next operation, filtration. After that, aeration, chlorination, ozonization, and at last storage. Then we discuss the 3 household method of purification of water. What are the 3 household methods? Yes, boiling, by using water purifiers, and by using chlorine. At last we discussed the term distillation. You already learned that word distillation. From that distillation process we will get distilled water. But this distilled water is not suitable for drinking purpose because it is tasteless and not contain any minerals. This distilled water is used for laboratory purpose for preparing solutions. These are the main important topics we discuss in this class. I hope all of you clear today's class. Thank you. Have a nice day.